So here we are once again talking about Core Gen 2. In this particular session, I'm going to be asking Brian a series of questions and he's going to be answering them. So are you ready for this, Brian?
I don't think I could ever be ready for this, but give me what you got.
Excellent. Here we go. What different flavors are there that I could order this and how do they fit?
Yeah, Mark, so there's going to be a couple different flavors of Core Gen 2. So the first flavor is going to be your ThinkSmart Core Gen 2 Plus controller, where you'll have two options, either using the USB controller or the IP controller. Those are both going to come in flavors of Microsoft Teams rooms or Zoom rooms as well, as you would expect with ThinkSmart Core. The other flavor is the ThinkSmart Core Gen 2 Full Room Kit. So it's going to have everything that the Core Plus controller has, where it'll be the Core Gen 2 and a controller, and it adds in the ThinkSmart Bar 180. So that will be the overall system in a box for any small to medium-sized meeting rooms, while the Core Plus controller will fit into basically any application size, whether it be a small room all the way up to a large or lecture hall type scenario. Just add in your own AV devices as peripherals with the Core Plus controller.
All right, so we have this amazing compute capable of running Teams rooms or Zoom room solutions with a couple different options available. When is this going to start shipping?
Core Gen 2 will start shipping at the end of this calendar year. So the end of 2024, you'll start seeing this get out into the field.
Excellent. So Core Gen 2 starts shipping at the end of the year. Now, if I had a big order that maybe was coming in right around the turn of the year, I'd be a little concerned, or will there be product available in time? So I have to ask the follow-up question, when will Core Gen 1 stop shipping, give or take?
So that's a great question, and that's a concern of a lot of people. Core Gen 1 is going to ship all the way through when we start to ship Core Gen 2, and the planned last shipment date is going to be around the end of March of 2025. So there will be an overlap, so you'll still be able to get your Core Gen 1s all the way through when we start shipping without any gap between the products.
Well, that's a big relief for me, frankly, because, I was concerned that we might end up with a weird, lack of whatever, but sounds like you've already thought this through, Brian. This is amazing. I'm absolutely in love with this Core Gen 2 so far. I do want to ask a couple more follow-up questions, and that is, if I was a client, is there any way I could get one early so I could test with it?
So at this moment in time, we are working through our demo units and getting them out into the field. So if you are looking for a proof of concept system to get into a customer's hands, absolutely reach out. We can get them added into the program and we can start doing some early testing with some of those customers.
So it's great that we're going to have this demo program set up in advance of the actual ship date. And I know that you're going to want one available for every one of your clients. Be aware that this will be available for clients who will need more than just one or two of these. We'll probably have something like a minimum order quantity in the long run in order to apply for the demo program, just so everybody's aware ahead of time. All right, Brian, one big last question for you before you get going. What is going to be the price point for the Core Gen 2?
Well, Mark, as you would expect, there's going to be a variation of price points because there's such a variation of the different products within the family. So the Core Plus controller is going to start around $2,900 US dollars, and that is retail price. And then the full room kit is going to start around $4,000 US dollars retail price. There will be some variations, plus and minus, within those, as you would expect, but those are the ballparks that you should be planning for, is $2,900 for Core Plus controller, $4,000 for full room kit.
Fantastic, Brian. Thank you so much for joining me here today. This is a wonderful product. I mean, we talked about the processor, we talked about the NPU, we talked about the memory upgrade, we talked about BYOD, we talked about VESA mounting, we talked about security, we talked about, I could keep going, I'm sure, but you just heard this whole video. So thank you all for sticking around till the very end to see me and Brian say goodbye to you. So Brian, I'd like to thank you for being here with me today to tell us all about the Core Gen 2. And I hope to get to see you on the next time we talk about the Core Gen 2, which hopefully won't be too long from now. So once again, thank you very much for being here, Brian. Thank you all for watching. Please be aware that there's a whole series of videos that I've been making over the course of the last year or so that details out a lot of our products and technical things, and it's all available online on YouTube. Head on over there, like and subscribe. It's always a good thing to have that done. Thank you so much for joining us. We hope to see you on the next one. Lenovo.